Most people believe emotions are like trash. If you don't want to deal with them, you just push them down, close the lid, and walk away. But emotions don't work like trash. They work more like pressure. You can ignore pressure for a while, you can pretend it isn't there, but pressure doesn't disappear. It waits. And one day, it releases. Not politely, not calmly, but suddenly. That's why buried emotions never stay buried. They leak. Sometimes through anger you don't recognize, sometimes through anxiety with no clear cause, sometimes through exhaustion that sleep can't fix. You're not weak for feeling this, you're human. From a young age, most of us learn one silent rule. Some emotions are acceptable, others are not. Sadness makes people uncomfortable. Anger makes you difficult. Fear makes you look weak. So you learn to smile instead, to stay composed, to be fine. And every time you choose control over expression, you don't delete the emotion, you store it. The mind is very good at storage. Too good. It files emotions away in the body, in memory, in behavior. Not as words, but as tension. That tight chest you can't explain. That irritation over small things. That urge to withdraw when nothing is wrong. Those are not random feelings. They are messages you postponed reading. The problem isn't that emotions resurface. The problem is how they resurface. An unexpressed emotion doesn't come back as itself. It comes back disguised. Grief becomes numbness. Fear becomes control. Hurt becomes sarcasm. Unspoken resentment becomes distance. You think you've moved on, but your reactions tell a different story. Here's the truth most people never hear. Emotions don't want to hurt you. They want to be acknowledged. Think of emotions like a knock on the door. If you answer, the knock stops. If you ignore it, the knocking gets louder. Eventually, it doesn't knock, it breaks in. This is why staying strong for too long becomes dangerous. Strength without honesty turns into self-betrayal. You start living from the neck up, thinking your way through life, while your body carries the emotional bill. And the body always collects. Headaches, restlessness, burnout, a constant feeling that something is off. Not because you're broken, but because something inside you was never allowed to finish speaking. Here's the shift that changes everything. You don't need to fix your emotions. You need to listen to them. An emotion fully felt is an emotion that moves. An emotion suppressed is an emotion that stays. Feeling doesn't mean exploding. It doesn't mean traumatizing. It means allowing the sensation to exist without judgment. No stories, no resistance, just presence. Ironically, the moment you stop fighting an emotion, it begins to lose power. Because emotions feed on avoidance. They weaken under awareness. This is why people who feel deeply are often more stable over time. They process, they release. They don't carry decades of emotional debt. Buried emotions refuse to stay buried because they're unfinished experiences, and unfinished things demand closure. So the next time a feeling resurfaces, instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" ask, "What is this trying to tell me?" That question alone turns suffering into information. And here's the quiet truth at the core of it all. The goal is not to become emotionless. The goal is to become emotionally honest. Because when you stop burying emotions, they stop chasing you. And when you finally listen, you realize they were never your enemy. They were your guidance, waiting patiently for you to come back to yourself.